Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Bizak. Just don't see myself live here. Okay, now I do. Okay, just waiting to see if anyone will join me here. and thank you for waiting. And whenever you join, the people who will come here, thank you so much. I would like this discussion to be friendly, honest, right, about the Quranites and Islam being false. The Quranites prove, I've been proving it through a series of live streams. So why would the Muslims still want to hang on to this religion when the Quranites prove otherwise, that Islam is false, that Islam is true? It proves otherwise. So hopefully you're going to come here as and have consideration for me and my health. So let's see. Hopefully, I am hoping that the Muslims will be civilized here. You know, I was a Shia myself, and I didn't want to. I was in no rush, no hurry to leave this religion, but I used to ask questions, challenging my own faith, religion, beliefs, religious beliefs. That's how I am. Uh, So let's see if I will get my type of people who have been asking questions, challenging their beliefs. Not vocally, but inside, like in ourselves. Never wanting to give anyone trouble, problems, or anything like that. Or indirectly telling people things about against their religion, but being very direct and very polite and understanding, like that, right? So let's see. I hope I get such Muslims here. And about other ways, sorry, I will not accept the other way. If you come the other way, I'm really sorry about that. I'll have to time you out or something. So there's another thing about this religion is that I found when the Quranites are contradictory, and when Allah says that we abrogate one ayat, cancel one, bring another, or we just abrogate the ayat, cancel it for always, things like that. It doesn't come up to, the consistency that we say is in our, for example, I can sometimes give you examples so you understand. In our narrations, consistency, in our imamat, consistency, in the religion, there's some sorts of, wherever there's consistency, we take pride in that. We used to, as a Shia, right? Another thing is that on one hand, God says He changes the ayahs. If you pay careful attention to the Quran wordings, the ayat wordings, when He cancels something, what is that something? He cancels the ayats to bring new ayats. Now, could that be His laws that He cancels and He changes, which He did for those people who were Muslims who were deceiving themselves, going into their wives during fasting nights? Or is it what He says here in Surah Ahzab, that He doesn't change His laws? And the ayats that He changes, I think that maybe the Shias have worked it out, I don't know. Or even the Sunnis, Surah Ahzab ayat 62. This is His way, which does not change with the hypocrites that they've put, because the previous ayats, if they've put hypocrites or something, those He's mentioned previously in the previous ayat. This is the established way of Allah with those who passed on before, and you will not find in the way of Allah any change. Do you see this? So there's a consistency in the way of Allah. But this is the way of Allah, this is the sunnat of Allah, the way of Allah. Sunnat is the word in Arabic here in this ayat. Sunnat, the way, such is the way of Allah, Ilahi, with those who passed away before, okay, and never will you find in the way, sunnati of Allah, sunnat of Allah, any change. So I haven't quite understood it through the Shia side either. But what I understand from the 12 Shia side is that Allah cannot change His laws, although it says He can change His ayats, but those ayats will not consist of changing of His law established. But in other things, something like bringing, yeah, well, what could it be? Let's see. Now, from the Shia side, we have something like this. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared for this. I'm just going like that. Shia, no change in Allah's laws. So, what are the ayat signs that He changes? No change in Allah's laws. I'll just show you an article or a book. This is the belief of Shias, 12 Shias, not the Ismaili Shias, because I've listened to Dr. Khalil Andani or on Twitter that Allah can change a law even as He did. It's quite good, the change, bringing a change for those who couldn't come up to that law, whatever law, whose law it was, the Jews or something, or maybe God first said you're not supposed to. Even in Islam, God first says, Allah first said you're not supposed to go into your wives, but then He changed it for those who were deceiving themselves and went to Prophet Muhammad honestly and told him, confessed to him, that were unable to do this. They were deceiving themselves. So God changed the law. And sometimes changing the law is good. Like you should bring reform, right? And be up to date. Like for for the Ismailis, it would be, it goes with what Imam, their 48 Imam said, right? That now no more hijab. So bringing reform, it's very good, very beautiful in the Ismaili way. If you listen to, or if you followed Dr. Khalil Andani on Twitter, also the professor, Ismaili professor, a probe in the history of Ashura, divine law is unaltered. You see this, chapter 34? Now, just to show you, like, you can search for yourself, and please make life easy, like, so I'm just showing you that there is an article here which says that, and what, see, they use the Surah Ahzab at 62. It's not 63. Maybe the Qurans have different Qurans or something. Which I don't know what this is. So maybe those who are criticize Islam, they told us that there are many different Qurans. And sometimes in one Quran, the ayat falls like 63. Maybe this is not a mistake in Surah Azab. Whereas in another Quran, this ayat falls on 62 number. Can you believe this? See, it's 62 here. And so it makes me like scared also when I was a Shia. Like, I would be so awestruck. It's like it's not come on my, and if we make not my heart, and if we make any mistakes, then it's It's really bad. So in Islam, it's not like, oh, sorry, I made a mistake here. Our alims have to know it all, and if you make a mistake here, then it's not allowed. Such was our system in the case of those whom we sent before you to mankind, and you will never find change in our system. Surah Bani Israel also, 77 ayat. And then tell the unbelievers, if you give up your evil behavior, Allah will forgive whatever you have done in the past. But if you transgress again, your fate will be the same as that of those unbelievers who lived before you. Surah Anfal, ayat 38. So many ayats here, you see? Shall I? I'm just reading the ayats out. Maybe I change of mind then. They do not believe in truth and they exactly follow the sunnah of the past people. Surah Al-Hijr, ayat 13. They do not believe in it, they exactly follow. What's this? Does it mean that how does it mean that Allah's ways do not change here? So, against the, okay. But this ayat may not go with that topic. Had the disbelievers fought against you, they would take. This is the sunnah. Had the disbelievers fought against you, they would take to flight and would have found no guardian or helper. This is the sunnah of Allah, which existed before you. And you will never find any change in Allah's system. Again, Surah Fat, ayat 23. You see this? So how do they reconcile with what Allah said? Let's see. Again, Surah Fatir, ayat 43. You will never find any change in the tradition, sunnah of Allah, nor will you find any alteration in it. Very, very clear now. No change, no, again, like twice said, alteration. Change or alteration, you see? Very good, thank you. This is Ibrahim Ayati's book, or chapter, book from Ibrahim Ayati's book, Shia 12, A Probe into the History of Ashura. So we find it here. About the change in law, never, never. Many ayats like this. Although Dr. Khalil Andani, I don't mean to pick on him, was saying on Twitter, I think, that taking that ayat, say how beautiful it is in Islam that we can alter, our Allah alters things, brings reform and up, that makes Islam up to date with the present life. Like, for example, if you see, you go to London and you see like the women are wearing mini skirts and everything, and no one is molesting them. Then maybe Hazir Imam. I mean, I'm just guessing, or just giving a terrible analogy example of that. So there, you're not molested. I know for sure. And the law is great over there. Like you can even go to the police station, and they're so expedient, they'll take like immediate action against it. So there you will not be molested. And the reason why you have to cover yourselves in the Islamic world is because the Quran says so, and your minds have become like, you will be molested, we'll be molested if we don't put parda, and also in the hereafter we'll burn, qabr, grave punishments also, because but the one reason given in the Quran ayat about this parda, jalbab, you wear something on khamar, whatever it is that covers your chest, is because that you would not be molested. So this reason among his servants. So Dr. Khalil Andani, I don't. So see, now that's also Shia Islam, Ismailis. but how different it is from the 12 Shias. And the Imams are different. Imam Musa Kazim from Imam Jafar Sadiq's sons, the 12 Shias chose the younger Imam, Imam Musa Kazim, and they chose the eldest son, which was Ismail from Imam Jafar Sadiq, right? And yet we have this difference as one book and so many. Another thing, difference, big difference. Any other ayat? Evil plots only affect the plotters. So, no, this is Surah Fatih. Surah Fatih. Sorry. The fate, the sunnah among. Yes, Surah Mu'min. 40th ayat, surah of the Quran, and 85 verse ayat. The faith could not avail against our punishment. Such is Allah's prevailing sunnah, prevailing, meaning forever, among his servants in the past also. Prevailing is like prevailing, continuous, continuous. Thus the disbelievers are ruined. Such is Allah's prevailing sunnah, law. Oh, so sunnah means law. And remember, whenever Allah has, well, then how do we see? Sorry, I'm doing some online research here. I didn't do it privately, and because I didn't get the time today, do other things. So let's see. Sorry about that. So Allah says that Allah abrogates an ayat, not his sunnah, right? Quran. I think there are two Wikipedia. I've searched this before also, just revisiting these ayats again. They established the principle in Islam. Revelation, abrogated, substituted with another. Sometimes it's substituted, or all the time it's substituted. Let's see, there are two. Wikipedia, thank you. Two ayats here. Or three. God bless. This is me. Two ayats. Yeah. I remembered it well. Surah Baqarah ayat 106 and Surah 16 ayat 101. What we abrogate of a sign or we cause it to be forgotten, we bring better than it or similar to it. Do not you know that Allah over everything is all-powerful? Abdul Halim translation. When we substitute one revelation for another revelation, and Allah knows best what He reveals in stages, they say thou art but a forger, but most of them understand not. Nance, meaning we abrogate. Okay, substitution is also there. Eradicated, azala, and nullified, yubital, related to ibtal, what the devil insinuates solely to eradication. This Surah 22 ayat 52. This is what I'm reading here. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I hope I don't make these mistakes. So was employed by the Shafi school. Okay, you see this? Abrogate. Now we'll go to Shia Islam. 12 Shia this is. Oh, here it is. The concept of abrogation. Nasq. One of the controversial discussions in Quranology is agreement on having the real meaning and understanding the role of abrogation, nasq, in the Holy Quran. In this paper, I have tried to study different aspects of the subject as monitored in the Quran and discussed by Quran researcher. I have also attempted to reread this subject as discussed by some Western scholars like John Burton and A. Rippon, My concern has been also to concentrate on searching 3 verses of whatsoever verse we abrogate. So I read this. There's another one, Surah 87. What is this? From 6 to 7. Ayat. We will reveal to you so you shall not forget, except what Allah wills. Verily He knows whatever which is apparent and which is hidden. No, but this is maybe implied, alluded. Surah 22, Ayat 52. And we have sent before you any apostle nor any prophet, but that when he longed, Satan cast suggestions into his longing. But God shall cancel that which Satan suggests. Then shall God establish his revelations. Very good point here. I think this may have come from some outside of Islam at that time. And Prophet Muhammad was a false prophet, so he had satanic verses coming to him from Satan. You can see, because contradictions and all this, there's inconsistency in what God is saying. The importance of nasikh, abrogating, and mansukh, abrogated, in the Quran. You can read all this. What does nasikh mean in the Quran? So they have to explain what this means. Jews' idea against nasikh. Jews have strongly refused the doctrine of abrogation. It wasn't in there, you see. That's why maybe those poor Yathrib Jews were calling out, saying, it's not a true prophet yet, it hasn't come true from. Because you see, when you have to, like it says, in the Quran, it says, confirm, what is confirmed in your books, believe. Otherwise, there's an ayat, another one, which says, we will, before we obliterate your faces. But the Jews here idea against us. So I hope he sat with the Jews and had a talk with them. Like we are told in Huwai's account, Wikipedia, that Prophet Muhammad did have a talk with Huwai, but it's like the Islamic history is like, oh, he believed, and from Safiya also it comes that when he went back and he said, yes, he's true. It doesn't sound like a true story. I'm sorry. When Huwai went back home with Safiya's uncle, the Safiya's, what they say, Safiya's narration, from Safiya the narration has come. This makes sense. More of it leads to rejection. Wait a minute. So this is very interesting. Do you see this? They believe that it leads to refuting the knowledge of God in the case of abrogated verses. Moreover, it leads to rejection of previous religions after the appearance of Islam. Oh my goodness. They also asserted that occurrence of abrogation in the Quran was a reason that Muhammad was not stable in expressing the revelation. However, one may reply that nask is in fact. See, now maybe if I have time, I'll read this. Now you see. This is what they said, and it's not like they were evil people not wanting to believe. They were Sabbath breakers, and they were saying things they were not doing. No. So these were the Jews that rejected Prophet Muhammad. So before we obliterate your faces, see, this is the way I do my research. Before we obliterate your faces. Thank God we have some honest kitab on this article, or what is it? Sorry, my stomach is growling. From the Shia side, that the Jews, Ahmad Ali has come. Welcome, Ahmad Ali. Salam. May Allah bless you. Thank you. Better than blessing, yeah. Bliss. Be in bliss. Maybe it's a wrong spelling from you, but nevertheless, great thing to be in bliss. Same to you, and alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And when Allah removes mercy, then why do they act bad? Then they are so ungrateful and all this. That's not right in the Quran that I found. So thank you so much, Ahmad Ali, for being here. Warm welcome to you. Now, you see, this is how it should have been, like what the Shias gave us, a very logical, very like civilized way of Jews, like from the Jews, what is coming. How do you say it? I need some expert, good in English. I was listening to the Pakistani. I know she's Pakistani, Sultan Salatin. I wish she would come. I need and help me. But Ahmed Ali, to thank you to you for sharing your work with us. You are most welcome. It's such a pleasure. It's been terrible at times, but you know, thank you for thanking me. You're most welcome. It's a duty. Yes, I need to share. I love that Bible verse, which I found at a wedding in the church. I attended that wedding in a church. Caring, togetherness, caring, and sharing. So here we have this. O you who were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that which is with you, before we obliterate faces, right, and turn them toward their backs, or curse them as we curse the Sabbath, Sahabas, not breakers. Maybe an Arabic word, it means Sabbath breakers. And ever is the matter of Allah accomplished. But Sahabas mean companions of the Sabbath. Ashab. So it's not the Sabbath breakers. Maybe that's why the day for resting day for Allah, when he rested, or he made it took him 7 days to make it doesn't say here he rested. It says in the Bible. So we need rest. He doesn't need rest. So the resting day is Friday, or whatever you call it. Why is it Friday for the Muslims and not Saturday? So why are you cursing the Sabbath Sahabas, companions of the Sabbath? Because you just need anything, excuse to curse them. You see? Take their home, break their homes, expel them from the city. So this. I wonder if there's something that's come in my mind. Nuria Khan has just posted earlier on, and I commented that the Muslims are destroying London. So I put such a terrible, I was like, what are you saying here? But it's time to say that. Because a rich billionaire Muslim is making a Trocadero building into a mosque. He doesn't have any better place. I mean, get a fresh land. Sorry, I'm putting something in my mouth. Please excuse me. I think I need some sugar. Something. Not that I have diabetes. Oh God. So this. So I put some really terrible comments there, and I wanted to put more. But what is he doing, showing off his wealth? Sorry, I have to say this, and that's why I tried not to say anything. Like I heard that the Ismaili Imam, His Highness Al Khan, was saying, let them do what they want to do. Build mosques anywhere. Like in Piccadilly, there's a Tracadero. I've known Tracadero. Piccadilly, Leicester Square. Find a fresh land. Now the whole news is, oh, a Muslim billionaire is taking over Tracadero. And he's even been allowed by the government now or something. Yeah, and it's just to be famous. I'm sorry, I'm just ranting like this against him. Maybe what niyat this up? What intention is it? You don't have to flaunt your, make it, now he's taking over Tracadero. This is not me actually, I've just changed myself. Otherwise, I don't see it like this. I don't know what is overcoming. What's happening? Sorry about the light. It goes, this mobile, something, every mobile has something or the other that, sorry. Maybe adjusting, it's adjusting to the light here, so it goes bright and then it goes low, less bright. I have to change it in the settings. Now you see this, Ahmad Ali, why would you be a Muslim? May I ask you this? Sorry, I have to ask you a question like this, if you're still Muslim. And what else is there? And the witness, you see that day when a Christian came here. Oh my goodness. Ali is here. Good evening, he says. Good evening, a very good evening to you, Ali brother. So, welcome. I was, last time you said about that ayat, you gave a very good ayat, Surah Hud ayat 1 of 7, that God does not punish forever. But I found other ayats against it. You were not there for the previous live stream. Yesterday and the day before, you gave me something, and I did a whole video answering you. Answering a Muslim, I put there. I did not put your name there. So, you see, before we obliterate faces, and then I benefited from message retracted. Oh, that's great. Thank you. You benefited from those. Okay. So maybe you don't, maybe some of you are, but you're still a Muslim. Sorry to put it this way, it's really sad. No, as a Shia, if I was a Shia, I would leave. When I looked at Surah Azab and all this. So, and I benefited from your questioning, but I wish you had put it in a more friendly, instead of, and you would have been more honest. It really it hurts me to see that my Muslim, when I was a Muslim, although I wouldn't say things, the Muslims against Shia, they say false rumors. At least be honest with yourself. So it's a good thing you saw, and okay, I benefited from your work. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to say. Please don't thank me. Thank yourself. Because there are people, what would you benefit from my work if you had come here with that prejudice, not listening to me and just being argumentative, right? Like Jiddu Krishnamurti says, sometimes people don't want to listen. They just want to listen to what they want to listen to. I mean, I could tell a friend I've seen, about my dukras, sorrows, this, that, problems. But at the end of the day, she had to say what opinion she formed of me callously. So you're not listening, like we are not listening to the person, we're just listening to ourselves. We're so full of ourselves or something. But so this time, thank yourself, not me. I'm grateful to you. This is amazing. Look at this. Can I share yours on screen? Sorry, I'm coming here. I hope I'm on mine. Yes. No copyrights infringement intended if another's video was shown here on my live stream. Oh my goodness, I benefited from your work. Thank you. Thank yourself. Thank you so much. You've benefited. You see, without your help and cooperation and listening, I would be talking to the walls. And it's head banging on the walls. So thank you so much. And that beneficial God. May God bless you so much, Ali, brother, your family members, your country, your people, always much. Keep up the good work. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your cooperation here and for being here. I also benefited actually from what you said, so I could bring it out and show the Muslims who would say it like this. Oh my goodness, this honesty coming from you and this cooperation, it's made my day. You don't know what you've done to me here. The true blessing. This is like you've truly. This is amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, God, and thank you, Ali, brother, and Ahmad Ali. Where are you? I can't go. Need to show you Ahmad Ali's comments too. Sorry, I can't go below. So, Ahmad Ali, I don't want to leave you out. Thank you to you for sharing your work with us. Salam, may Allah bless you. Thank you so much, Ahmad Ali. Sorry, I can't go below, to your comments. God bless you too, your family members, your country, your people. Set them free from this. So for now, I have to say this. God bless you much always, all of you. So as a Shia, even I did my honest research, and now I find that it's going against Shia Islam also. So, okay, carrying on. This is unbelievable. Okay, it's just give me some time, Ali brother. Maybe I'll come back and talk. I'm too overwhelmed, so I better go change the topic. Go back to the topic for now. There are many ayats like this. And so witness, yes. So I was on the witness thing. Allah, because it says that, okay, sorry, I keep forgetting, and I would have been late here because I kept forgetting. Oh, I've made the herbal tea. So I haven't had my breakfast. Just tea, a normal tea, and now I have to take some herbal tea because breathing problems and all this, and chronic fatigue from it. So my tone doesn't go like angry, like I'm fighting with people. So what a thanks to the Shia here also. Look, so there it's not that these Jews were all evil and they didn't want to listen like we're told in the Quran ayats, some of them, and they spread false rumors against Prophet Muhammad. But there are certain things that even I as a Shia questioned it, like Surah Azab ayat 37, against him. Although the Surah Nur ayat 33 against God, the way he's put it there. So I think this is a book by Abbas Ali Shameli, The Concept of Abrogation Naskh in the Holy Quran. Jews' idea against Naskh. You see, Jews went against Naskh because on one hand, I can understand this. And I hope I've explained it, that when you abrogate, then what about the law? So thank you for this. Okay, I don't know how to go about. Okay, let me show you the abrogation verses. Allah abrogates. Let me show you again the word that says the, the ayat he abrogates, but is it his sunnat that he abrogates? What does he abrogate? Oops. So I'm very slow. Sorry about this. Surah Baqarah at 106. I want to. Surah Baqarah. Surah Baqarah is 106. What does he abrogate? And I wish I had a smiley help, professor or someone, so I can understand what we abrogate of a sign, ayat, like if the sign is on a law, because there are ayats which say we don't, Allah does not abrogate, Allah is doesn't change in his way, sunnat. You see this? And even the 12 Shias, like I've learned what abrogation, why, but from the 12 Shias, I need to know when the ayat, you see, it's written ayat here. And he's changed the law in Surah Baqarah. Again, we go. You can go to your wives during fasting. Going to your wives during fasting. So here he's changed his law, which must have first come, not from the Jews or anything. Oh, Quran, sorry. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm slow and forgetful also. Surah Baqarah at 187. It is made lawful for you to go unto your wives on the night of the fast. They are raiment for you, and you are raiment for them, as if you'll be naked without them on the fasting nights. See, he's changed it. He's changed the law, Shia 12 verse. This is what Khalil Andani took on Twitter for when someone, a Christian, was against Islam, critic, and telling him that we have better, we have reformation. Our imams can reform the the law, what? So you see, I can't explain properly. This is the problem also. It has been made permissible for you the night preceding fasting to go to your wives. They are a clothing for them. Allah knows that you used to deceive yourselves. You see that? So 12 Shias, at least the Ismailis have worked it out, but 12 Shias have not worked it out. The way of Allah cannot be changed. Now, Ismailis, where are you calling to you? Professors, Scholars, Ismaili scholars, please, I'll be honored if you would be calling out in most respectful way. So he accepted your repentance and forgave you. So now the law is changed. Yeah. So now have relations with them and seek that which Allah has decreed for you, i.e., offspring, during fasting months. Another thing, am I going too slow? Sorry today about this. I'm not prepared and I had to come earlier, so I think by midnight or something I should, maybe 12:30, should finish this. No harm if you believe in Allah. No harm, no hell forever, Quran has. So I was here, and this is the Ali brother, but now let it be. Okay, so many things here. Now look at these ayats I found in Surah Baqarah while reading Surah Baqarah recently. 174. Allah will not speak to them, so Allah will speak. Meaning Allah will then speak. I haven't put the ayats here in my notes. Maybe some other time I'll do it. Or maybe for some ayats I will go to the ayats on Quran.com. Murder, slave for slave. Maybe it's been abrogated and then Allah realized that no, the murderer needs to be punished. Not slave for slave, woman for woman, and all this. So here's a mistake God has made. Then in Surah Baqarah ayat 190, first ayat for fighting has come, and not to fight those who do not fight you. That's okay. Then in 193, Surah Baqarah, if they stop fighting, so stop fighting, huh? Even the ones like who have broken backs, stop fighting, stop fighting. But fight the oppressors. Now, who are the oppressors? So you could be shown that the Jews of that time were oppressors. It's a very wide connotation. You can't even criticize Prophet Muhammad. They are hypocrites who criticize, who don't help Prophet Muhammad. So it could come into this oppressor thing, zalim. Because you know who can be a zalim? Even a believer in Surah Tawbah ayat. It's a wide connotation. And then we are told, so you'd say, what a great thing, what great ayats. For example, Surah Baqarah ayat 195, it says, assault them in the same manner they have assaulted you. You say, oh yes, what a great ayat. But then there in Surah Hashr, you see how you've been brainwashed? You would take Surah Baqarah ayat, wouldn't you, 193. They were oppressors. Why? Let me show you who are the zalim. See how this person is so clever, made you like Surah Tawbah, Ayat 24. Who are zalim? Let me see if it's here. Quran.com, thank you. If I didn't have Quran.com, I don't know where I would be. Because look at this. This is very important. Word by word. Oh, these are the defiantly disobedient. Like the, okay? No, it's, we go back. 23 ayat. Who are the zalim, oppressors? Not only those in Surah Nisa who oppress elderly men, women, and children, who pray to God, please bring us someone from yourself to help us, a helper. Oh, you have believed. Oh, you have believed. Do not take your fathers or your brothers as allies if they have preferred disbelief over belief. And whoever does so among you, then it is those who are the wrongdoers. So are you telling me if taking zalim, you see this? The wrongdoers. Now I'm on Bluetooth headphones, which is quite heavy for my ears. I can't put this off so you can hear this. Then I'll have to connect it again. But you see this, the word. You don't have to hear it. I can hear it and then tell you the word. And it's written here. Al-Zalimun. Zalimun, right? Zalim. Oppressors. Let's see if the same word is used in Surah Baqarah or it's something different. 193. So who are you to fight? Let's see, the oppressors are Surah Baqarah 193. I just hope I've put the number right. To go on fighting with them? Oh, maybe it's not the Zalimun. Oh, it is. You see this? It's Zalimun. Now it's Al-Zalimin. Both in plural form. Here it says it. You have to fight even those mentioned who take their fathers as allies who choose disbelief. To fight them. So correcting. Dear Muslims, come here. This is one of a kind. Never has someone been given this chance. They were killed on blasphemy. And no one may have come so far an ex-Muslim to be so vocal and show you, thanks to even the screen casting YouTube has made available. So much thanks to them. See this? Surah Baqarah 193 says, and fight against them until not is their oppression, fitna, and becomes the religion for Allah. Then if they cease, if they stop, then let there be no hostility except against sorry, my throat, the oppressors. Now, wide connotation wherever oppressors are used in Surah Tawbah 23. For you believers who take allies, fight them. Those allies of your fathers and sons and brothers you take. Oh my God. Sorry, excuse me, just drinking goat cheese. Oh my God, herbal and milk. Mint is very good for you. Peppermint, green tea. Peppermint, they say, is good for tiredness. Oh God. Do you see this? So don't let this religious scholars who have decided this religion for you to tell you that no, no, no. You see how it's put, it's so clever, I cannot, like, you see in the beginning, I have seen my blood has been boiling. I would not have been able, when I can't explain, and when the Muslims come and they know more, they, my memory is terrible also. They know, like they would say, you don't know Arabic, you don't, why this? And then I started to say, I couldn't at first answer them, right? Then, well, Pakistanis don't know Arabic. And those religious scholars who know, do you think they've given you a fair picture of this? Islam? No, they haven't. Fight them until there is no more fitna. Meaning now fight all oppress. Even these come in the category of what? Oppressors. If they ever take these believers, oh, you believe, do not take your fathers and your brothers. Akhi, what is this? Ikhwan, plural, brothers, right? As allies. If they prefer the disbelief over the belief, Iman, kufr over Iman, and whoever takes them as allies among you, then they are the wrongdoers. Yusuf Zahir has come with the capital letters. Are you mad? No, Yusuf Zahir. Yusuf, even if I was mad, you don't tell someone like this, right? Do you know the thing of mental illness? Do you know the etiquettes? Even Allah does not punish the insane people, right? So this Muslim has no etiquettes, no respect. God has cursed you, foul women, and taken his mercy away from you. Now look at this. Okay? Now, oh my. What about the Shias? Huh? Even the Shias, right? Are you Sunni? Salafi, what are you? Quran only Muslim? Okay, brother, if this makes you happy, what can I do? God bless you. Yusuf Zahir, are you mad? With capital letters. Yusuf Zahir, God has cursed you, foul woman. It's with a A actually, not plural. I'm just one woman here, and taken his mercy away from you. Thank you so much, Yusuf Zahir. Okay. I'm so sad. It's so sad to see you Muslims saying this as such a. We, as a Shia, I would never tell someone, an ex-Muslim and apostate, what you have said here to me. But thank you so much. Just shows what kind of a person you are. Makes me sad, but we cannot do anything about this. I'm just helping. So here we have this. The here. Oh, you have believed. So you become a zalim, even if you are a believer, if you take your fathers, your brothers, and prefer them over, no, brothers as allies, when they have preferred disbelief over belief. And you become zalim. So has anyone told, any religious scholar, have they told you that from Surah Baqarah ayat 193, you need to fight the oppressors? Because it says, except against the oppressors. Fight until there is no more fitna and until religion is. So it is a religion of the sword. Why can't you see it when you boil it down and rule out and see it like this? What the Christian and the non-Muslims, those who saw the truth about Islam, used to say that it is a religion of the sword. It boils down to that. And I cannot deny them anymore and say, because I've seen it myself, I did my research. So please don't rely blindly on your religious scholars, Quran experts. Do your research. Right? Yes, Yusuf Zahir, I should have been like Asma, punished like Asma bint Marwan and another lady, uh, between torn apart like your Prophet Muhammad did. They say it's not true, but there are many Muslims who agree now, who are Ahl Sunnah and now have become ex-Muslims, like an Egyptian who is on YouTube. I think he's Egyptian, Muhammad Ayad, or sorry, I can't remember his name, but he was saying what Muhammad did, Prophet Muhammad, between camels. Like she just criticized Prophet Muhammad uh, in a poem or something. She was ripped apart, tied to like camels, like one either side, right and left, and I just I've listened to this hadith. I've heard it from others, but this time I just put a stop because a former Muslim himself is saying this, right? But I don't know how many Muslims believe in your the hadiths. There are different schools of thought. Except, please see this, there's except against the oppressors. And who are the oppressors? Not only those. What is oppression? How do you define it? It's defined by in ways like in very loose ways. Like over here it says you then will become wrongdoers, believers. You will become zalim. As believers, even you're not following the rule of Allah, law of Allah. Surah Tawbah 23. You are so fighting against you becomes obligatory then. You see, according to Surah Baqarah ayat 93. So, anyways, sorry to because I'm thinking of the other ex-Muslims, Yusuf Zahir, not for myself. I would take this, put Imam Ali, my former Imam, used to say when you hear bad words, abusive words, like we were told Muawiyah used to abuse him sitting on the pulpit, bow your head and they will miss you. But Yusuf Zahir, for the ex-Muslim ladies out there and men, that's why I need to talk about this. Otherwise, I would just say, God bless you, right? May you see the truth of this evil religion fighting you. You believers have become zalim, will become zalim if you do this. And then fighting, according to Surah Baqarah, is on you, you obligatory or something like that. But no religious scholar, Quran expert will tell you that. No Shia will tell you this directly, which I have shown you now, correcting them. I can't trust in these religious scholars and Quran experts, whether they're Shias or the Sunnis or Salafis, except against the oppressors. And assault them. 194, no, battle in the sacred month is for aggression committed in the sacred month and for all violations in legal retribution. So whoever has assaulted you, then assault him in the same way that he has assaulted you. A woman writes a poem and she's been against Prophet Muhammad, criticizing him. She was being ripped apart. Another woman was giving, she was a mother to five. She was asleep. Her husband, she was a right hand slave of her husband or something, Muslim husband. That's the hadith now. And he killed her while she was giving milk, feeding the youngest one. She had him at her chest, and he just stabbed her to death. Just because she criticized Prophet Muhammad through a poem, things like that. You can read those hadiths. If I'm wrong, wherever, you can correct me. It does make a big difference, although I don't want to go to those hadiths and search them out right now. As it is, it becomes difficult to search these hadiths. I'm really bad at it. Now, we were told that Imam Ali, when Prophet Muhammad, the children, the pagan polytheist children were stoning Prophet, throwing stones at Prophet Muhammad while he was walking. Imam Ali used to protect him. So, the Ismailis would tell us, and the 12 Shias would tell us to bear patiently, even when the Sunnis, some of them, a group of them, stoned from the masjid the roof. I remember in my childhood, our Shia procession, people, our Shias in the procession, stoning them, throwing stones at them. So we didn't have those hadiths. We wouldn't take them that Prophet Muhammad tore apart a woman in half or something. For criticizing him, just writing a poem. And that's from the Umayyads. Don't look. Yes, you can look at them. Do your research. We're not told not to look at them, but we are told certainly you will come back to this religion, Shia Islam, and Ahlul Bayt, because there's nothing like Ahlul Bayt, and this is the truth. But the Sunnis, I don't know. They're told not to look at those. Let the religious scholars decide for you. They try to not to look at the dark history where the Muslims have fought each other. Imam Ali was Caliph then, and Aisha was the Umm al-Mumineen in the Battle of Jamal. That's a dark history, not to look at that. Not to look at what Umar did to Fatima and all this. Allah knows best. We cannot decide about them. Anyways, but the point here is that we were told good things, that a woman used to throw Jewish woman or someone in the flats up on the first floor or something. Uh, Whenever Prophet Muhammad would pass by her flat home, she would throw things on him. And then when one day he passed by and uh, he didn't find her throwing things on him, he inquired about her, and they told him she was sick, and he went there to visit her. Right? So this is what we were told as Shias. So this. So please let this sink into you, Muslims. Right? Sorry, my stomach is growling, and I think I need to go make myself a paratha, kill my liver, die. No, just kidding. And quickly. Oh no, it's 12:05. I hope my neighbors will not kill me. Sometimes I forget and I talk in a normal tone. It's very late here. So what shall I do? Oh, I can't take this anymore. So yeah, it's not because I said I'll be here till 12:30 maybe. Um, what else is there? Allah will be coming in clouds, you know. I thought maybe God was saying, what if Allah came in clouds? Like, would you then believe? But when I looked at this ayat in Surah Baqarah, it really means that Allah will be coming in clouds. Are you waiting for Allah? It's not a metaphor. Or what is it? So, divorce. It didn't say that Jesus Christ in the book of Revelations, how he will come back, like in clouds, canopy of clouds or whatever. So here it says Allah will be coming in clouds. So when I don't know, it could be, is it a metaphor or is it like Allah will be coming in clouds, in a canopy of clouds, coming down? So please check this ayat too, Surah Baqarah 2:10. And then again in Surah Baqarah 2:17, I've spoken about this, given the ayat, eternal hell again, or what? Then Surah Baqarah 2:30, divorce and marry someone else, then go back to your first husband. The ayat is there, it's not only a hadith. You see, when a husband and wife get a divorce, Muslim husband and wife, then if the wife wants to go back, wants to go back to the husband she has, who has divorced her, she has to marry, consummate the marriage with another man. That is sick. So we were told that this law, sick law, is there to deter them from divorce because God hates divorce. And how easily Zed gave divorce to her, keep his wife Zainab, and then Prophet Muhammad, were told, married her. God really hates divorces, so you better be careful what the decision. A 3 times divorce, that's Omar's thing, innovation, we were told. Otherwise, in Shia Islam, the ruling is different for divorce. You just cannot say 3 times divorce, 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 and you'll be divorced. The husband saying to the wife. The wife, the husband, wife cannot divorce the husband because our husband, man is greater than a woman. So, anyways, this is why it is so sick. God has made it like you have to go on one hand. And ex-Muslims tell us this, about this, but we need to go deep into this and see whether what the Shias would even say, give reasons why it is so sick like this. And also, is it right? If God has made this to deter from divorce, be very serious when you give a divorce to your wife. And if you want her back, then she has to sleep with someone else, get married to someone else, consummate the marriage with him, even though she doesn't like him. So maybe the foreigners, non-Muslims, ex-Muslims would put some sense in us that no, here also God is wrong to do this. This is a false God, so forget it. No, but we will remember it. We'll do something about it. I'll talk about it some other time. Then there's Surah Baqarah 279, usury, war from Allah. Oh, using usury, riba, war from Allah and His Messenger. So it's war. Also, you would say usury is bad and all that, but war. This is open war. You could be killed. Why don't you see how the religion is very intense? It's like inherently, as they say, violent. I learned this from, and I think this is the word I should use. I learned it from a YouTuber, and this is the word I should use, that Islam is inherently violent. Jittu Krishnamurti says, like, to discipline, these hard disciplines that even the Buddhists go through is violent. Hindus and all, is violent. So your prerequisite, Muslims, I would recommend, if you read other books other than the Quran, go read Jittu Krishnamurti. I recommend you reading Jittu Krishnamurti and see. Open your mind to other ways. Even as a Shia, I used to think, well, isn't there another way? Because of so many things in the Quran and what Imam Ali reading Najil Balagha, fighting thriller. It was like thriller. I don't see thriller movies anymore. I didn't want to see thriller movies at that time. I was a teenager. Okay, 235 says secretly showing interest in marriage with divorced women or widows, not showing interest and telling them that they you are interested in them. This is such a, it's the most ridiculous. See this, you see the hypocrisy that comes from this. Allah is telling you, you're thinking you're interested, but don't even go and tell the woman. That's like the Shias and Sunnis, the Muslims would say that's great etiquettes. And then I will talk about this later. So there is no blame upon you. Oh no. Shall I do this or shall I go take a break because my performance is very low? I'm tired. So thank God I can see, I can hear my neighbors. So there, one of them is awake. Thank God I don't feel that guilty. Uh, so since they are awake, so my performance may be low now. My energy is very low. Okay, so here the ayat goes. Okay, I'll go for a little more. 235 of Surah Baqarah says, "There's no blame upon you for that to which you indirectly allude concerning a proposal, indirectly alluding concerning a proposal to women, or for what you concealed within yourself. Allah knows that you will have them in mind, but do not promise them secretly except for saying a proper saying. And do not determine to undertake a marriage contract until the decreed period reaches its end. And know that Allah knows what is within yourselves, so beware of Him, and know that Allah is forgiving and forbearing." Yeah, okay. So could it be because of this ayat, Prophet Muhammad was so stupid? He, in sorry, Surah Azab, he looked at this ayat and he's like, okay, I'm going to, so this is a very grand thing to do, to conceal within yourself at that time and tell. So, he's put himself in a trap because can you not see? Like this ayat, good manners. But it's hypocrisy here. So this ayat would defend him. That's why he concealed within his heart, because he knew that he was interested. If Zaid divorces Zainab, see how stupid you've been made, brainwashed. Now, on one hand, I have to look at. I have some alluding concerning a proposal. There is no blame upon you for that to which you allude concerning a proposal to women, or for what you conceal within yourselves. Like you want this, who? Women, divorced women or widows, not, uh, okay, divorced women or widows. Allah knows that you will have them in mind. Oh, so you're thinking that once the iddah is finished, she will be mine. But do not promise them. Do not promise them secretly, except for saying a proper thing. What is a proper thing? Do not promise them secretly. Maybe go to her husband who has divorced her and she's in the iddah period. And how proper is that? Yeah, that's very proper. Yeah, you divorced her. Now and I would like to marry your divorcee. And do not determine so here saying a proper saying. So why did Prophet Muhammad tell Zaid, keep your wife in fear of Allah? Here it doesn't go with him. Because that's a command. And concealing within yourself that which Allah is to disclose. So you would say at that time he couldn't tell Zaid that or Zainab that I will marry you. If Zaid divorces you, don't worry, I'm here for you. I'm a prophet and you'll be Ummul Mu'mineen for the believers, but you can't get married after I die. So, but meanwhile, until I'm alive, I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry. Zaid will divorce you when Zaid divorces you, but he's made a trap for himself here in Surah Azab by 37 by saying to Zaid, keep your wife and fear Allah. That's a command, and the command of Prophet Muhammad is the command of Allah to be obeyed. Which ayat is this? So this is ridiculous. I mean, to defend him there in Surah Baqarah, like the Shias and Sunnis both defend him in Surah Azab 37. Surah, what? Surah Nisa, ayat 80 is what? If Prophet Muhammad says jump, jump. Whoever obeys the messenger has truly obeyed Allah, right? How can you then disobey the command of Prophet Muhammad? See where the Sunnis, Shias, all Muslims have missed out. Now, thank you. Okay, I'm leaving you with this and do your research. Look at it. Look at that Surah Baqarah ayat. Oh, which one? Leaving you with this. Surah Baqarah ayat 194, especially this one. Zalim, and fight with the oppressors. Still, you have to fight the oppressors. Except, so you don't stop fighting. The month's sacred, you can't fight there, but whoever league upon you, then transgress. Now, wait a minute. This one. 193. Fight them until there is no more fitna, until religion is for Allah. So when the Mr. J or whoever Christian critics tell you we don't want to, we say though you're lying, we say your religion. Okay, their religion. I don't believe in their religion. But as a Muslim, just listen to what they are saying, the Christians, critics of Islam on YouTube, like Mr. J from P Fender, and Al Fadi, also from Saudi Arabia, is an ex-Muslim now. And he's with the Mr. J. He interviews and they're together. Please, for the sake of the truth, it boils down to being a religion of the sword, violent religion, fighting even the Zalimun, Zalimeen, except against the oppressors. When they're not fighting you, what does this mean? Every oppressor you see, according to Quran ayats, you can even take Surah Tawbah. What would the what would those Sharia courts say about this? Huh? How you you're supposed to fight them? These believers who take their fathers. No, 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 no. Really? What ayat tells you not to fight them? You're believers. Fight them until religion is all for Allah. So don't be deceived. I will still be searching. Why not fight them? Fight them. Fight your believers until religion is for Allah. If they take their fathers, they're so scared. Which Muslim is now going to take them? They're scared. But if they do this, then fight them. Surah Baqarah 193. Boils down to the religion of the sword. Okay? established. Thank you very much. God bless you all, your family members, your countries, your people. Much. Always have a wonderful day, beautiful, growing. And if you're atheist, I wish you the best. And warmest regards to you, your family members. Wish you the best of life. Okay? And if you're a believer, you're a agnostic or something, believing in divine, some divinity also. So I can bless you and say that God bless you so much forever. Have a most beautiful day, growing in God's glory, miracle. May you find miracles happening to you, healing, all that. Enjoy it. Enjoy life. May you find the love of God. God embracing you with His love, healing you where there is hurt, embracing you with love where you've been hated, you've been abused, and loving you more. Thank you so much.